Welcome to Just a Few More Minutes podcast, where three veterans of the animation and video game industry talk about exactly that, animation video games. I am one of your hosts, Jeff Gabor. I am an animator at Blue Sky Studios.
I am Michael Berardini, and I am also an animator at Blue Sky Studios.
I am Pete Paquette. I am a independent animator at currently working for Blizzard.
Oh, and just came back from BlizzCon.
Yeah, which was freaking awesome. Just a great place to go and see the fanfare, the pageantry.
As a dude that has pretty much zero idea what happens at BlizzCon, what the fuck is it besides a convention for Blizzard?
That's exactly what it is.
Well, what happens at such a thing?
It's just a place to celebrate the culture and the games themselves, announce new stuff, have cosplay contests, and host the World Cup for Overwatch.
Oh, snap.
So there was some really cool cosplay of this little character in Overwatch called Hammond, who's a hamster in sort of a wrecking ball. And someone dressed up as him. He had like this big plastic suit, but he's sitting in an office chair. So he had this big plastic dome over an office chair, wiggling around and moving himself around, and he had a stuffed hamster on the top of it. It was funny.
Crazy.
Did he have the ball? Was he just shoving people around?
Nah, that would have been funny though. Yeah, it was really cool to go out there and to see a bunch of old friends and meet new ones. It was a good time. I thank Blizzard for bringing me out there. It was really cool.
It's unfortunate that the only news that I really heard out of BlizzCon was like the entitled gamers and how they did something. I don't even know what really happened. Either of you, did you read that at all?
The only controversy I know of from a headline is like that had something to do with Diablo. I forget exactly.
Yeah,
it's not even known.
I heard it was something about re-releasing like an old game or something that fans weren't really excited about something being released and they started booing. That's all I heard. That was like the overall arching thing.
And they were upset that it's going on to mobile and
right, yeah,
or something like that.
Yeah, it was something lame like that. But I think people were expecting more. I think they were expecting a huge announcement of some sort, and I don't think there never really was a big Blizzard announcement at the convention, right?
There was a new character released in Overwatch.
Oh,
that was a pretty big news.
Man,
who is it? Is it that girl?
Ash.
She's the one from the short, the latest short.
Right. Yep.
Voiced that dude. What's his name? I don't play the game. The cowboy guy.
Oh, McCree?
McCree. He's voiced by Matthew Mercer from Critical Role, which I'm real obsessed with. Anyway.
I just like that this podcast has devolved down to just fucking I'm eating on air. You're eating on air, Michael. And it's not like you're eating something juicy.
I have a pumpkin pie.
Okay.
It's this messy pumpkin pie. You can just hear it like sounds like a bunch of slugs sloshing around.
God damn.
I'll be sure to speak with my mouth full. Oh. Just my mouth.
It feels like it's been forever since we've had the podcast, which is because our last one happened a little bit before November because we were prepping for Extra Life.
That's
fun
right.
fact? What's fun fact?
Fun fact, completely forgot we actually did the podcast for a little bit.
It's been that while. Yeah.
It has been a little while.
Yeah.
But we did do Extra Life. Continue with your beautiful segue, Jeff.
Yeah, no, we were plugging our Extra Life charity marathon, and since then, both Pete did his 24-hour gaming marathon, and Michael and I, along with Matt Simmons, did ours here in Connecticut, and it was a massive success this year. Massive.
Yeah,
so thanks to everybody.
Good. I don't know what it says about the state of humanity, but we just got like $4 or $5 grand in the last 30 minutes because everyone just wanted to see us fucking eat bugs.
Yeah, that was it. So it came down to our bet was the loser out of Michael and I, meaning the person that raised the least amount of money, would have to eat these bugs. Edible bugs, but it was basically millworms and grasshoppers and crickets. It was awful looking. And Michael, you had the great thing of like whoever loses eats the entire bag because you thought the bag was too small.
I thought there would be the bag wasn't that big. And I was like, I couldn't possibly be that many. It's like a handful at most.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you pour that sucker out, it's like,
Those things were huge.
Yeah, huge.
When you dumped them out, I was like, "Oh my god!" I was watching you guys do that on your Twitch feed.
Yeah,
so very entertaining.
The story goes.
I forgot about this. This is like harrowing for me.
Yeah. The story goes in the last like hour, Michael and I started to do a couple competitions that people were incentivized. If you win this, you get $100, whatever, and it made a huge difference at the time.
We played a very intense match of baseball.
Oof, that was intense. I thought I was gonna.
My hands were like shaking the whole time.
That was fun, man. That was good.
Baseball?
It was Mario Party.
Oh,
it was
nice!
Just like a mini game that you literally just pitch or bat, but you can like throw a fastball or a real softball, and you can just time it perfectly.
Yeah.
Oh, I really whooped Jeff.
It was intense. You put up 30 runs on me, and I tried to make a comeback, but it just wasn't going to happen. And then we played that
Star Wall.
Yeah, Star Wall game where you kind of have to oddly try to poke each other in the belly. It's weird.
In the heart.
Anyways, so you whooped me on both games, basically.
And I was ahead by quite a much.
It did not look good, so it looked like I was going to have to eat all the bugs, and a very special donation with a restriction attached to it would
by
give me
a close friend.
Yeah, said it said they would give me $1,000 to put me over the top. That would guarantee me the win, with the stipulation that I would have to eat 25% of the bugs from the bag that had been pre-chewed by Michael.
And spit into a cup.
That was pretty disgusting.
Yeah.
That is pretty nasty. I unfortunately missed that part, but that's nasty. You went through with that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I was sitting there thinking, he's like, do you want me to do it? Do you want me to do it? I was thinking, like, this has got to be for the kids, right? Because in the end, with the company match and everything, that's $2,000. I'm not going to eat a little bit of regurgitated bugs for $2,000 for some sick kids. I'm doing it.
I'm not denying you did it. I'm just, I wouldn't have guessed that you would have.
I wouldn't have either. And this is my thing. I think it was. You say it's for the kids. I think it was purely pride, and you had to beat me regardless.
I had to win, yeah. Well, it certainly felt like we both lost that bet. That was foul.
It was awful. Like, when we poured out those bugs and I saw how much it was, I was still, like, really confident, but there was, like, a little crack in my wall. But I was like, I have no problem eating these bugs. They look fine. They bought them off of Amazon. That's no problem. It'll be like, crunchy potato chips that are a little salty. But no, they were the most awful thing I'd put in my mouth in a long time.
What did it taste like?
I keep describing like a sort of a rotten shrimp, but really dry, like very, very dry.
Yeah, there was. I rewatched it, and I think my first reaction was that it tastes like fish tackle, like the bait that you use to catch fish.
Yeah, that's good.
And my initial bite, I just went a full handful, which was probably not even 50% of what I needed to eat. And because I was confident, I just thought I could fucking down it. But that was probably the worst decision I could have ever made. Because it's dry and it just gets stuck in your teeth and it doesn't go down easy. And it was disgusting. And I was stopping myself from puking probably every 20 minutes. Jeff was real concerned about the puke part.
Well, because I thought he was going to puke inside his mouth, then chew the bugs, and I'd have to eat his vomit too. We'd have a real two guys, a cup of bugs situation going on.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Man, that just sounds horrible. The fact that it tastes like fishing tackle, that's disgusting.
Yeah. That's a better analogy than the rotten shrimp, but that is exactly what it was like, fishing tackle.
I mean, rotten shrimp is a more potent description.
I think the dryness is what got me the most. Just, it turned into a dry paste, like paste. It was, the texture was awful. And yeah, I had the same situation. Once it was in my mouth, it's hard to get down. And just, it's awful.
I have to make my mouth taste good with pumpkin pie.
Yeah, he's doing Foley right now while you're telling the story.
But it was a great year for Extra Life. I'm glad Michael pushed me to jump in because we raised a ton, and there's no telling how much we actually really raised. Like, we raised a certain amount for our charity, but so much of the Blue Sky stuff was company matched by 100%.
Yeah.
So
crazy.
we could easily be over $20,000 this year.
I would say yes, because our total, the entire team total, is $15,311 right now.
Yeah.
It's pretty dang good, guys.
Yeah, it would be over.
Yeah, I would say it's pretty damn sure it's over 20, but how much more I don't know. But definitely a great year for us.
Yeah, crushed all the previous records by a long shot.
Yeah.
Now, to all the viewers and listeners, oh, by the way, I do have the video of the bug eating that I need to edit, and I'll put it up on YouTube eventually. I've been busy with other shit. The other thing is I don't want to eat bugs or jalapenos anymore. So next year, if you have any good ideas on what we should do that aren't awful, you should let us know.
Man, I'm glad I didn't get involved with that shit. It would have been me having to eat the damn bugs.
Yeah, I'm looking at this. Even your brother beat you this year. Did you see that?
Yeah. Yep.
So it was a great year for Extra Life. And, we'll do it again next year. And let's find a better incentive next year. Maybe we can just slap each other. That would be better than bugs.
I mean, if we can somehow maintain the intensity of that baseball and Star Wall match for the 24 hours, that would be the most harrowing 24 hours of our lives, but it would be fun for the viewer.
Yeah.
And how did Simmons end up doing?
Simmons did great. His Tetris playing was unbelievable. Like, it's just crazy. That guy, I don't know how he does what he does, but he is really good.
Let me keep talking. I'm going to pull up his stats. Yeah. He posted them on Facebook.
Yeah, I mean, he was playing the Tetris Effect, right? And I don't think he ever lost. Like, he was just kept going. He
was playing Tetris on the Switch for his main game, and then he also took some breaks and played Tetris Effect on the PS4/PSVR stuff.
Right.
Did he like the VR?
Yeah, I had to kick him off at some point because, like, it's Simmons and he could literally play it for 24 hours straight. So
yeah,
he was super into it. I was like, all right, we gotta move on, bud.
Yeah, we had him on the stream quite a bit. So all our stream is saved into our clips. So both your entire stream, Pete, and ours. So you can head to Just a Few More Minutes Twitch page and take a sneak peek at any part of the marathon. I think it's somewhere around the 11-hour, 30-minute mark if you want to watch or maybe just the 11-hour mark if you want to watch the entire just chaos that was our bug bet collapse.
Okay, so Simmons, his main game was on Puyo Puyo Tetris on the Switch. His personal goal was to break the game, a modest goal. He wanted to max out the line counter at 9,999. His score was, and he did do that, and he went well past 10,000 lines, but you couldn't keep track anymore. His score was at 32 million. He never died the entire playthrough, so that was crazy. He played Puyo Puyo Tetris. He broke off and played NES Tetris, various stuff. Game Boy Tetris 2 and Tetris Effect for all sorts of times. He was like hardcore on the Tetris. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
He's a pro.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, it was good times. And I'm always very appreciative that our friends Matt Doble and Trevor and Drew, they all come over and they hang.
Backstabber.
Yeah. But it's nice.
Spoilers.
It's nice that they
Put 'em on
come. They
blast.
come over and kind of hang with us for a large portion of the stream. So that helps a lot too. So we owe a lot to them and their donations. So
Yep.
Yeah, that's really cool though.
it's great. Yeah.
Good time.
I should probably mention, fellas, since this is going to be our December podcast, that it was in 2015, on the 23rd of December, that I uploaded our first episode.
Oh shit, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
3 years ago.
I think it was about 3 years ago. We were just coming up with the name for just a few more minutes and starting to work on the logos, and had Mindy was working on it. It's cool.
Yeah.
Time flies,
And it's
man.
like, it's been fantastic, I gotta say. I don't want to get all corny and everything, but yeah, it's
I
been a lot of fun.
remember lying in bed and we were like just throwing names for the podcast back and forth, and I was like, I gotta go to sleep. But no, there's a few more names. We gotta figure it out.
So one other small piece before we get to, we wanted to, you know what? I was supposed to do my animation tip of the week. I never did it. Every episode starts the same way.
You want me to splice this at the beginning?
No, it's fine because I don't have a tip. I don't know if you guys
It's
got
only
a tip.
gonna make it harder for us later when we do our anim tip shows, but
I
we'll
do
get there
have
when we
tips.
get there.
I have a bunch of tips on standby.
Yeah, grab a tip out.
Okay. Just give me 1 second.
In the meantime, Michael and I will riff because our Spies in Disguise trailer released also in the last month. So you can finally
did?
take a quick peek at our movie. It's getting really good reactions, I will say that. And then they also premiered an entire sequence at CTN, the Creative Talent Networking convention in Los Angeles a couple weeks ago. And it just went gangbusters there, so that was really good to hear. We still have a long effing way to go on the movie, so I'm trying to keep everything low right now because I don't know where we're going with this thing.
Hey man, just can we talk about this at all? I don't know. You cut it out later if you can't. We saw a screening today, and I give it a thumbs up.
Good, cool, yeah. I don't see why you can't say that.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't say
Positive?
stuff like Lance dies in the first sequence or anything like that.
Oh, great. So now I have to edit that out. You see what you just did?
No, you don't.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we turned him into a bird just so he was more easily squashable.
Yeah.
Spoilers, he gets turned into a bird. It's in the trailer. The most shocking twist in any trailer of this year. Said like GQ or some shit.
Yeah, I don't think anybody really expects that. You know?
No, it's weird because we've been working on it for a long time. Sorry, I'm going to swallow and stop putting pumpkin pie in my mouth. But it's weird, like you sit with this movie for long enough. Like I remember initially when I was surprised by the premise, but now I'm used to it, and now I'm seeing people react to it for the first time. It's like, oh yeah, shit, right. That's a reaction.
Yeah, and we're used to every part of it, so I don't know. It's all easier on us. We just know everywhere where it's going and everything. So it's like you so badly want to just like shake people and be like, no, but wait, if you don't like it, but just wait, hold on. Anyways,
Well, good job, guys. Congrats.
Pretty cool trailer we got.
Spies in Disguise. Actually, I mean, I don't see why we can't say a little bit of just like so much of the trailer, like the animation department really stepped it up. It's worth noting that like a lot of the concepts, a lot of the visuals are owned by some very talented animators in the studio. So it's just awesome to see that. Like the trailer, I think this is the first really Blue Sky trailer that Blue Sky really had a huge hand on developing it, like from the content to how it was edited, like really well done piece where it wasn't just handed off to a third party that doesn't know the movie. And that's cool. I think that's why everybody says it's Blue Sky's best trailer. It's like, yeah, you have the film. The people that are intimate with the film create the trailer. They know the story they're trying to tell. They know how to pull the heartstrings, and tell it good.
Easily, I'd say easily the best trailer by a long shot.
Yeah,
it's really awesome. So I got the tip.
Okay. Animation tip of the week.
Pete.
So I don't know when it was, but like it was, a while back. You guys were starting to talk about start building a list of animation tips. So I have a huge list, and I just wrote thoughts that came to my mind. This was something that this is for something probably for younger animators, students, because I kind of struggled with this in the beginning when I was a younger animator or a student. It's not considered cheating to use tools or reference. A couple tools I swear by are Anim School Picker and the Tween Machine and Studio Library. I used to think that way, but now it's like I will use whatever the hell comes my way to get the best result.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I think it was Jim Jackson who was telling me, or somebody through Jim Jackson, but like there was back at Disney in the old days when they were doing 2D stuff, like you were sort of looked down upon for using reference, and they would like laugh at you if you didn't know how to do it yourself. And I feel like I took that to heart quite a bit. Because I'll use reference if I have to, but that's like my biggest problem as an animator, I would say. But tools and shit, I love them. Tween Machine, that's like my lifeblood.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm the same. I love Tween Machine.
Tween Machine is free for anybody wondering.
Helps you stay clean. Really, it does. Like when you're starting to do breakdowns and whatnot, nice and clean animation. You're not just like screwing around making your own in-betweens and dirtying up your animation. Breakdowns. That's the word I was looking for. Breakdowns.
I zoned out and I didn't know what you're talking about, and then I just saw you do this. It's a little taste of your own medicine, someone not listening to you.
It's all right, man. The more supervising I do, the more I'm getting used to people not listening to me. Buzzing!
Wow.
Oh, God.
He's just slamming booze now. He's going.
Nah, some people listen. Some people listen to me. So
it's okay, Jeff.
Animation tip of the week: listen to your soups. No, that's good tip, man. I would say like along that, like you were saying, like poses, like pose library. That's so huge. Mm-hmm. I can't tell you how many animators I see still at Blue Sky really feel like that is cheating. They want to build the poses themselves. It's like, oh man, it's like just click the button. Like it.
Yeah.
It's
or at the very least, you could use it as a jumping off point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I use it. Like I'll never, because I'm sort of like what you're describing, Jeff. Like similar to like we talked about on the last episode, using someone else for your reference. Like I want to have full ownership of everything.
Yeah.
But especially for like lip sync or specific shaping on things, I'll always start with the superpose, the pose library, and then tweak it just a little bit to be like, yeah, that's mine. That's not someone else's. But it's always a great jumping off point.
Yeah, I think it's about knowing where you are as an animator too. Like if somebody's giving you a pose to start from or to work from, it's okay. Like you can acknowledge that, like, okay, this is going to help you Like you can take it, you can learn from it, and you can become a better animator by studying why that pose is an improvement, and just take that learning forward. And step away from your own sense of pride just a little bit, and don't get so basically butthurt about like having to use a character lead's poses or whatnot. It really will hurt you in the long run. And I know it feels like, well, if I do it myself, I'm learning. Man, I just so strongly disagree.
I mean, I have a perfect example of my last chunk of shots, maybe. Spoilers, there's a bad guy in our new movie, but this was the first time that I was ever touching him, even though I'd been on pre-pro and stuff. And I was really struggling with his face, and Tom, one of the leads, offered to just pose one frame out for me just to see like what he did and what I was doing, and just toggling back and forth between those poses. Like, oh shit, okay, yeah, that helps a lot.
Yeah. Man, you can learn so much by that. Like, I would same thing. I don't know that character. Like, that's the character I know least how to pose. I tried doing a little pose a couple weeks ago. Woo! I suck. I suck at that character. He is hard.
Yeah, he is incredibly hard. It was awful. I didn't like animating him at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially and that brings up a good point, especially when you have like characters that reach, hundreds and hundreds of movers. It's like, just get the goddamn pose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because sometimes there's like this little thing on the model somewhere that you just tweak and it makes all the difference.
Oh man, Blue's wings back on Rio. I never pose those wings. I always just use the library and just kind of fudge the in-betweens, and that was it. That was a complex, like, beast of a rig. There's no way I could pose that out.
Yep. It's just too much.
Yeah.
But, yep, that's the tip.
Good job.
There's Pete's tip.
All right, so our last topic of the night. This is our last episode before Christmas.
That's right. Yep, the holidays.
Yeah.
Happy holidays, gentlemen. We can actually say that.
Yes, happy holidays.
I refuse. We're still too far away from Christmas. Well, I don't like decorating and celebrating Christmas before it's December. I realized that this year. Oh, we got some Christmas tunes? just to fucking spite me?
See? He says it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Well, I'll be the first to say happy holidays. Not Merry Christmas.
Isn't it weird that they say Happy
was...
Christmas in Europe? That's fucked up.
I only associate that with Harry Potter.
I associate
Christmas,
that with Scrooge.
Ah.
The sort of Scrooge movie.
Yeah.
Well, in honor of that, I think we were going to go ahead and talk about some of our favorite holiday movies. Or shorts, whatever it is.
Animations.
Yeah. Animation, yeah. I'll crap out and just give my couple real quick. We don't have to spend much time unless you guys have some insight into them. But really, my two favorite are How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I just love it. The Chuck Jones version. I haven't seen the new one. And then A Nightmare Before Christmas, which I consider to be a Halloween movie. It's a Halloween movie. But we're talking about holiday movies. I really love that thing. There's probably no movie I've listened to more than that movie. I have it on repeat quite a bit. I like the music. Hated it as a kid. Hated it. But grew to appreciate the art of it. I think it's funky and fun. I like that it's itchy and the animation's kind of crude and the designs and the models are kind of crude. It all has that Rankin Bass charm, but in a fun storytelling, polished way. I love it.
And a little better than the Rankin Bass stuff.
Yeah, it is, but it has that. Yeah, it's a polished version of that, but it's still itchy and everything is real and tangible. Coraline and Paranorman. I really love those Leica movies, but each movie after it slowly is getting away from that. You can tell it's stop motion feel, and that is taking them further and further away from who they are and what they do best. And Nightmare Before Christmas being on one end, Paranorman being, I think, the extreme of what you can go in terms of being polished. Anything past that, like Kubo, it's too polished.
I agree. I saw somebody at work was watching the trailer for The Missing Link, and I'm excited about that movie, but I just saw it on their monitor. I was walking down the aisle, and I thought it was a new CG movie on Netflix or something.
Yep.
Because, like, the stop-mo is so clean and crisp, and I don't know how they do it. They're fucking magicians. If you're a stop-mo animator, type something and say something cool to us.
Yeah, why are you listening to us if you're a stop-motion animator?
Yeah, most of our animation tips don't apply to you. You're way too good. Yeah, I agree. I think that's one of the cool things. Oh, did you go to? We had, what's his name? The Wallace and Gromit guy.
Nick Park.
At work. Yeah, Nick Park was at work.
Yeah,
like,
awesome.
I streamed it and watched it from my desk. That was great. It's cool. Yeah, it made me go on a Wallace and Gromit binge with my daughter. She loves Gromit. It's cool to see that. She just keeps yelling, "Dog, dog, dog." And if Gromit leaves, she gets pissed. And then it's constantly like, "What's he doing? What's he doing?"
Well, that sounds enjoyable.
I gotta say that the Wallace and Gromit, the Wrong Trousers short, like that one for me is like one of my most inspirational things.
Yep.
When deciding to be an animator, it was like that was up there.
Yeah, really good.
Pete, do you want to do your Christmas things?
Sure. I have 3 animated ones, and I have 2 that are not animated, but they're in the same vein.
Cool.
So
Polar Express.
Shazam! No, that's very true.
Sorry. So
the number 5 for me is the Mickey's Christmas Carol.
Oh man, I thought about putting that on the list. Like, goddamn, that is good. But I was thinking, I haven't seen it in such a long time. Does it hold up?
Me personally, I think yeah. I mean, the animation isn't quite as polished, I would say, as their feature films, but it's still very solid.
Man, I want to see that again so bad.
And it's definitely worth checking out.
Oh, can I interject with one more?
Sure.
Because I know if it may be on your list, but Garfield Christmas. God, I love that.
Garfield Christmas. I grew up loving all the Garfield the strips, the strips and the shows. So yeah, I'm totally on board with the Garfield.
It's so sweet. Like Garfield ends up digging up old love letters that the grandmother character had with her late husband, and she's just so grateful to Garfield for finding the love letters. It was sad.
That was a sad.
It had like a little bit of tooth to it at the end there. Yeah, it was nice. I like that one a lot.
Yeah. The next one is based off of the Bloom County comic strip. It is called "The Wish for Wings That Work."
Never heard of that one either.
Has absolutely fantastic animation, very snappy, very fun and interesting, and it's the style is great too, because it's like basically an animated comic strip. And it's a nice little story. It's a story of a penguin that just all he wants to do for Christmas is fly. Really good one to check out.
I'm looking at it now. I will watch it later.
Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube right now, Pete is holding up DVDs to every one of these things.
Yeah. I
guess if you're not watching YouTube, I should say.
Specials, holiday specials are big in my family, so I hold a lot of these very dear to my heart.
Please tell me the Star Wars Christmas is on your list.
No, it's not, but
but I have that DVD
the very first Christmas Eve on Sesame Street. Very sweet story. It's the Muppets in their golden years, I'd say. And you know, Muppets when they weren't the Muppets and Sesame Street before Disney took over and like separated those two.
That still sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, because I still miss Kermit being on Sesame Street.
Yeah.
You know. But anyway, the story goes, it's Big Bird. Oscar the Grouch is teasing Big Bird, and then basically says, "Oh, you know, how is Santa going to get through all the little chimneys in the city in one night?" You know. So Big Bird gets all upset, and he goes up on the roof to try and talk to Santa. And I don't want to spoil it.
But everything works out terribly.
But it's really cool. It's not like on the nose. I'd put it that way.
Okay.
It was made in, I want to say 1972.
Damn.
Yeah. And then my last one that is my absolute favorite is The Snowman.
All right.
I knew it.
I actually have that one.
That is my absolute favorite holiday special.
You forcing the animation department to watch that every year is a fond memory of mine.
Dude, it's so good. Walking on the air. I don't know if you like the music, but
La-dee-doo-dee-doo. La-dee-doo-dee-da. Boo-bite. Right?
You don't like it?
No, I actually like it a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever told you that short, they used to show it in my grade school. And I still remember being like second or third grade and them showing it in music class. And I was so fucking pissed because I thought they were going to show Frosty the Snowman. And then the Snowman came on. I was like, what is this garbage? I want Frosty. Where's Frosty?
Dude, okay. So that's a pretty good segue into my list. Every fucking year from like first grade to eighth grade in music class, they made us watch this movie, which I actually like quite a bit. The Muppets Christmas Carol.
Yeah, that is a good one.
It's not animated, so I've already fucked this list up. But
well, it's near Sesame
okay.
Street, but
oh yeah, that's true. Like, and I want to preface my whole list. I don't really like Christmas specials, I guess, because every year I feel like we did this last year too, or something similar, and I was really scratching my head for something to put on my list. Like, I don't know what the fuck I watch.
In all the places you find love, it feels like Christmas.
oh yeah.
It is.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
That is a good one. That's probably the best post Jim Henson death thing that Henson's done.
What are you talking about? That new horny puppet movie that came out?
Happy Time Murders.
Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, The Snowman was also on my list. And then the only other animated one, I remember liking it. I haven't watched it in a couple years, but the Kung Fu Panda holiday special, I was surprised by how good that one actually was. So
There you go. Okay.
I forgot to mention one.
Ice Age Christmas. Ice Age Christmas. A Mammoth Christmas.
This one is up there. The Muppet Family Christmas, to me, is the best Muppet Christmas show ever. Sorry, Mike.
Ooh, snap.
no.
I didn't realize there was two of them.
1987. It's not a movie. It was a broadcast.
Oh.
Which is why I don't have the DVD, because it kind of doesn't really exist.
Oh shit. Well, if you go on Etsy, you can get the Muppet Family Christmas unedited version for $30.
Oh man.
I wonder what they cut out.
Well, I could tell you if you want me to get into it, but I actually know this show like by heart.
Oh.
But they had rights to broadcast all these different like classic Christmas shows.
Uh-huh.
And when they released it on VHS, they never got the rights for quite a few of the songs to actually mass produce and distribute. So they cut entire sections of it out. entire songs out of the show, and it made the show go from like almost an hour long to like maybe 40 minutes long or something like that. They cut like a lot of shit out.
Damn.
So the unedited version is the way to go if you wanted to watch that one.
Yeah, sounds amazing.
What is this? Your snuff footage? Nope, that's Miss Piggy. Okay, and my number one favorite Christmas movie of all time, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jingle All the Way.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, that's definitely not animated. You can't do that. That's not even close to. You just switched to holiday movies.
Yeah, well, you know, it's got Sinbad, it's got Phil Hartman, it's got Arnold. It's great.
And little Annie from episode 1.
Oh shit, is that
Oh,
him?
yeah. That's him.
Yeah.
The worst kid actor in the world.
Yeah.
Wow, Jake Lloyd. He hasn't aged very well.
I gotta look that up. That's his name?
Yeah,
I gotta
Jake
look
Lloyd.
up Jake Lloyd
Jake.
now.
He just looks like a Floridian alligator wrangler that snorts coke.
Jake Lloyd?
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, poor guy. It's so weird. Why did the top half of his head just keep on aging? It just kept on growing. All his facial features are squished to the bottom half of his face.
He still has baby face shaping.
Weird.
This is
Yeah.
horrible. We're being
That's-
very mean right now.
That's what. Yeah, Jake Lloyd, if you're listening, let us know what you feel about this segment.
Nah. I mean,
Oh shit! Whoa, he was born on my birthday in Fort Collins, Colorado.
oh whoa. No kidding.
A little close to home.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nah, I
shit.
think he's fantastic then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I probably.
Stay away from my family.
All right, well, those are my Christmas picks.
So now we're just picking favorite Christmas movie? What's your actual
Yeah.
favorite Christmas movie?
Jingle all the way, dickweed.
Is it really?
I don't know.
No, it's not. That movie sucks.
I will not go that far. That is an enjoyable film.
Turbo Man. No.
Cut it up to here with Turbo Man.
I love it. I just did a Brendan Fraser clap with the Oscars.
Oh man, I have that on VHS. In the
Dude,
big
break it out.
yeah, in the big white VHS
Plastic?
thing. Yeah.
Oh,
I got
yeah.
that. Yeah.
All right. Well, fuck. Let me look up holiday movies.
I like the Santa Claus, Tim Allen.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the 1978 version of Scrooge.
Yeah, I know that one. Yeah.
You know that one that's a musical?
Mhm.
I really like that one.
I like Scrooged.
That
Yeah.
time has not been good to that movie.
I would agree. Home Alone 2.
Home Alone is good though.
Didn't our boy Donald Trump have a
He
cameo in
shows
that
up.
movie?
Yep. I don't know why you call him our boy Donald Trump.
If you can't tell, I was being sarcastic.
Our main man.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of these are like, yeah, I'm one and done with these. It's a Wonderful Life, trash. Get out of here.
The only problem is that's not really a Christmas movie.
No.
Like 99% of the movie has nothing to do with Christmas. It just ends at Christmas. That's like saying Sleepless in Seattle is a Christmas movie. It's like
Oh, wait, I do-
one theme or one scene is in Christmas. Ugh.
Yeah, my favorite Christmas movie is Prometheus because there's a Christmas tree in the background at one point.
Okay. That is the nerdiest fucking thing you've said on this podcast.
It makes okay, you want it to get nerdier? It makes a lot of sense because it's all about creationism and Jesus, and it's all happening on Christmas. So look it up, nerds. It's the best. I didn't get to talk about Red Dead Redemption at all.
Oh yeah, you really want to talk about skinning deer and sharpening bullets and showering and brushing your teeth?
You shave, okay? You can shave if you want to. It's pretty great. It's fun. But really, that was my jumping off point to recommend to both of you to play Dead Cells.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I heard that is really really good.
It's super good.
Yeah.
I started playing it over the Thanksgiving break because it seemed like a good game to give me small breaks from the in-laws. Not that I need a break from the in-laws. Love them.
No, sometimes you need your own space.
Well,
Yeah, of course.
not in my house. They were just there watching me play it.
Oh. Is this on the Switch?
It is,
I think
but
it's on everything.
all the reviews say don't get it on Switch because it has a bunch of frame lag and frame dropping.
Okay.
But it's like super fun.
It looks beautiful. I did see it in the store, but I didn't buy it because I hadn't heard anybody talk about it. So I'm glad you're talking about it.
It's like Metroidvania mixed with Enter the Gungeon, Jeffrey.
I am becoming a huge fan of roguelikes.
There you go. This is a good one.
I just purchased. Don't tell my wife. I just purchased a huge exclusive bundle, like physical copy of Enter the Gungeon that comes with with the ammo booklet, like with all the art of the characters and everything.
You really love that game, huh?
I'm back playing it like every other day again.
Dude,
Wow.
I like it.
is it on the Switch?
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. You should just buy it again. Support them again, Jeffrey.
I did just buy it again. So I don't want to buy it for the
it's a
third
physical
time.
version. Why not? I bought Hyperlight Drifter like 3 times now.
Okay. Merry Christmas.
Is that
Happy
it?
I don't know.
holidays.
Anything
I
you
feel
want
like
to
there's
wrap
something we're
up?
missing.
Yeah.
I did see the Grinch, the new Grinch movie.
Oh yeah. What did you think?
I liked it. Like it was very enjoyable, and the Grinch is actually a complex character, which I found interesting. I found him to be the most compelling character, and the rest of the I don't even really remember the rest of the crew.
I mean, if it helps me forget
Like
the Jim Carrey version, I'm all for it.
Yeah. No. Don't get me wrong. It is very like the acting choices and everything are really like the animation's really well done. The acting choices are fantastic and really support the character's backstory, which I thought was a great thing. And but for some reason I don't remember the other characters. The Grinch was such a powerful character to me that I don't know.
Well, there must have been a Cindy Lou Who in the movie.
I know there was, but I just I'm telling you, for some reason, the only thing that's really stuck with me from the movie is the Grinch, and I don't mean any disrespect.
No, I feel like that's probably a good sign, considering the original short. Outside of Cindy Lou Who, the Who's were an entity unto themselves. It was the Who's, not that. I feel like the Jim Carrey version got crazy with all the individual storytelling of the Who's themselves. I feel like that's where that movie went haywire.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
I definitely recommend it though.
Cool. I have heard good things. I mean, nobody said it's trash or anything, so.
I loved the marketing for it.
It was
all
very
the billboards and stuff.
It was very mean and aggressive.
Yeah, I
Very
dig
crunchy.
it.
I think
Yeah,
there was like
I
a
wanna
sign
see
in
it.
Hollywood, right, that said we have enough people go back. Like in Hollywood, you ain't gonna make it, or something. It was something to the effect of like go back where you came from. It's like, oh, geez, wow.
There was a good grocery store ad selling pistachios, and it was like, just like my nuts, green and salty. It literally said that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow,
What?
pushing the envelope here.
I feel like
I'm going to put that as our thumbnail for this episode.
Yeah, you really should.
I can't believe they
That's
got away with
fantastic.
that.
There's also Amazon boxes has the Grinch on it.
Huh. That's a good connection there that they got.
Yeah, totally.
Michael,
Yeah.
you saw Wreck-It Ralph or whatever it's called. Ralph breaks the internet.
Breaks the internet, Wreck-It Ralph 2. Good.
Good.
Good title. I enjoyed it. I think it achieved its purpose, which is to like be a good timestamp of what our culture looks like right now. But walking out of that theater, I was walking away like, boy, I sort of hate the internet.
Cool.
Because like there's a whole, I don't want to get into spoilers, but like there's a plot point about going viral and getting likes and the negativity of comments and everything, and it's just like, yeah, this is what the internet is, and it's cool that they basically touched on every portion of the internet as best as they can, obviously, but like they even go to the dark web and stuff, and it's like, wow, good job. It was fun. There was a cool third act thing that I won't spoil that I appreciated. It's pretty weird, pretty cool. It was enjoyable. Good animation.
I'm looking forward to checking it out. Screeners should be coming soon, so get that Grinch. Finally see Incredibles 2. Hopefully I get all this stuff before our wrap-up episode this year, because I'd like to be able to like talk about all our favorite things, because that should be our next episode, is our favorite things episode, or at least if it's not the next one, it's the one after that. So we have some good stuff. We've said it before, but our two favorite episodes are wrapping up saying the best of and what we liked the most, and then also the looking forward to in the next year. So those are coming up in the next couple episodes, so it's going to be good stuff.
So yes, Jeffrey, I have a question for you. Why is it that we haven't played any games since that first night I got my Xbox?
We can't. That was horrible timing on your part. I mean, not really. It's not your fault. On Xbox's part. It's fitting. It's so fitting. You finally get an Xbox. We finally get online. We're going to play some games together. And what happens? Entire Xbox Live goes down.
Yeah.
At that moment, like I'm playing with my brother. We're playing Castle Crashers, having fun. Oh, invite Pete in. Nope. Xbox Live goes down.
We gotta try again.
We play Thursday nights and Friday nights, man. That's probably why you haven't seen me.
Okay.
Those are the only nights that I really have free, and it's usually just Friday nights. So I try to put Friday nights to the side so I can play games.
Sweet. What do you guys usually play?
Usually Fortnite, but
Boo!
I know. Lately it's been Castle Crashers. Anyways, it's been a good year. We'll do another episode for January 1st in the new year, and everybody have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Happy holidays.
All right, Happy holidays.
Your wife is Jewish.
Happy winter solstice.
Yeah, but I'm not Jewish.
Okay.
Technically, my daughter's Jewish too.
Yeah.
I'm the only Jewish person not in this house. Did I say that right? I think I did.
You're the only Jewish person not in this house. You're not sleeping in it tonight.
Whatever. All right. It's good to do another episode with you guys. It's been too long.
Absolutely.
You did it.
All right, everybody. Have a great holidays. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.